prior to doing poetry, I had a so-called good job, but it wasn't my passion. I would go to work every day. I went to work, I felt like a refrigerator fell on my shoulder. It just wasn't what I was placed here to do.
I believe that J-O-B be an acronym for Journey of the Broke.
I remember going to work every morning and looking at the other salesmen. They had that permanent frown chiseled into their personality. They literally hated the work.
So imagine living a life that's not your passion. Imagine if that's not hell, I don't know what is.
And I remember leaving work and going to this poetry club in New York, and I would perform they gave you 3 minutes on stage. But for those 3 minutes, it was the best time of my life. And I would go on stage, I would do my little poem on stage, shaking, reading off the paper. And after I did that, when I came off stage, I was high for the rest of the week, just looking forward to Friday night. I kept, this thing inside me kept telling me, this is what you're put here for, you're supposed to do poetry. But I could never find a way to make a living out of doing poetry, so the fear kept me in check for a while. And there was a young man outside, he was selling incense and newspapers, whatever. And he said, young man, why don't you help me sell some paper, start your own business? Sell some paper? No, man, I ain't got time for that. I got a good job. He said, well, what about after work? He said, what about on your day off? I said, dude, I work 6 days per week. The day that I'm off is just time to do my laundry and get back to work. He said, and you just do this on your own. No one forces you to do that. That's a shame. You were born at the wrong time. You would have made a good slave. And I realized I'm going to this job literally chained to a paycheck. And I left the job behind me. They said you should never burn bridges behind you. I poured gasoline on that one. I can't go back.
Therefore, if you're unhappy on your job, you should quit. But first of all, I'm sick. Use all your sick days and vacation time fast.
I remember losing my furniture, my apartment. The sheriff came and boarded the apartment because I couldn't pay the rent. I had just enough money to put my furniture in storage. I was selling furniture, so my bedroom set alone cost over $10,000. And I remember sitting there, could not pay my storage bill at an auction, watching they say the bedroom set. Okay, now we have a bedroom set, a nice lacquer bedroom set going 200. Let's start the bid at 200. 200 going once, going twice. Sold. $200. And my bedroom set was gone. And I watched my entire furniture go for under $500. And I remember a friend of mine said to me, Kirk, what you gonna do, man, because you lost everything that you own, And I said to him, man, where I'm going in life, I can't put a little $10,000 bedroom set in a mansion. That wouldn't even fit in the West Wing. What's wrong with you? And it was all attitude, because I believed that I was destined for something more. And I would never worry about losing a grain of sand when I knew I had the ability to own the beach. Einstein had a saying. He said that one definition of insanity was to keep on doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. So if you learn from, okay, this week I get my paycheck, I go to the bar, I get my drink on, I profile for a while, I put some rims on the car, and at the end of the week I have no money. And you do it next week, and then at the end of the month, you tell me about the white man. Some white man holding you back. Some white man that you don't even know where this white man lives, but he's the one holding you back.
You can do whatever you want in America, you can get whatever you want, but the white man won't give you no job, the white man won't do this, and the white man that, and nobody seems to know where this particular white man lives. Whenever you pass the blame for what's going on in your life to somebody else, you give away your responsibility. My book, my series is called Impossible Truth, because I speak about a lot of things that people don't want to address, but it's true. So here we go. You have to have the discipline to read and build your mind, because your mind is a computer program. Whatever you put in, that's the only thing that's going to come out. So if you put in positive stuff and you put in information to let you know that you're so much greater and you can achieve so much more, and you keep building that, eventually you can do nothing but become that person. By 15, I was reading investment books by Charles Schwab, and just like you saw in Living Color, I had 3 jobs. While kids in my class were wrapping gifts from under the Christmas tree, I was reading How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. While cats blasted Eric B. and Run DMC, I was listening to tapes of Earl Nightingale, reinforcing that persistence is a key. The Bible teaches you have to start by a renewing of the mind. You have to be careful what you put in the mind. You have to elevate that mind to a different level of consciousness. A lot of people go around and they create poverty for themselves, and they're not aware of it, because they go around and they'll say, oh, I can't afford this, or I can't afford that. And that's a poverty consciousness. In the Bible, if you deny me, I'll deny you. But it's a mindset. Whatever you deny in life is going to deny you. If you believe that you're not worthy of this, you can't afford this, then it will be denied unto you. According to your faith, be it unto you.
You are worthy of everything that you want. Every dream that was placed into your mind, you can achieve that. Every dream that was placed into your heart, it wasn't put there just for you to run around and feel foolish for your entire life, your entire existence. It was put there to motivate you to do so much more, to take you beyond those barriers that's been holding you back. And that's what life is about. Once you find your passion, then all of this begins to make sense. A lot of students in college become doctors because their father was a doctor. And if they don't go into that particular field, they'll get kicked out of the will. I'm saying to you right now, without reservation and with conviction, if you pursue your passion, you won't need that will. You can be whatever it is that you want to be, because that greatness was placed in you to do whatever it is that you want to do. Whatever it is that you want to make possible for you, it is possible, and you can make it happen. If you just have that belief, if you have that sense of conviction, then a lot of times your obstacles will fall to the wayside. And we're going to discuss this a lot more in depth. When I see you at your institution, we're going to take care of all of this. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I believe there's greatness in each and every one of you, and I challenge you not to settle for anything less. That's what I believe. Let's try this again.